So I wanted to prepare this video to show you an introductory discussion with a customer about our architecture that powers our UCaaS services, as well as integration to the WebEx collaboration cloud, such as WebEx Teams and WebEx Meetings. With the architecture we're going to show you, there is a contact center, a customer experience component, UCX, and then we'll also highlight Expressway and MRA and why that's important. This explanation and this architecture was created for Arch Hill Industries, which was a fictional customer that we presented to Cisco about. So thank you for letting us show you the architecture behind our solution today in talking with your people at Arch Hill, as well as reading more about your business, your acquisitions, and the direction that your company is going. We're very confident that UCaaS, along with WebEx Cloud Collaboration, is something that's really going to help drive you forward, enable your employees, and help you provide your customers with a better experience, helping you achieve your business outcomes. So as you can see in front of you here, this is our Verizon solution architecture. I'm going to start here in the top right because our architecture, we refer to it as UCaaS, Unified Communications as a Service. And one of the key benefits of this architecture, specifically with UCaaS, is it's a fully Verizon hosted solution. All of the components are not just hosted by Verizon, but the way we architect the platform, it provides redundancy and it provides a platform that's going to be stable, that's always going to be there for you. And what we'll see as we go through the architecture is this is available to your employees, your partners, wherever they may be. So you can see here in the top right, we have reflected that we have UCaaS deployed in geo-redundant data centers. And this is true in all three regions, North America, EMEA, and Asia Pac. You can see the Cisco application servers as represented on here, the communications manager, Unity Connection, instant messaging and presence, Cisco emergency responder, if that's something that you're interested in, as well as Expressway. And we'll talk to the key functionality that that delivers later on. So all of these applications are fully redundant, not just in the data center, but with the geo-redundant data center, so that if there's ever any reason you can't, or one of your users can't reach one data center, that application can still be available to them through the other data center. A key point to our hosted solution is what we see represented here, which is the UC admin portal. So this admin portal is something that our service personnel use in order to manage your instance of UCaaS, delivering you the applications and features that you've requested and that you've signed up for. The admin portal is also something that gives you visibility into your platform, allowing you and your administrators to do moves, adds, and changes, as well as even offering an end user portal for some functionality. So each end user can turn certain things on and off for them as the day-to-day business of theirs dictates. One key point as we represent how we stand things up in the data center is that these virtual machines in here are not multi-tenant. We stand up our own instance of UCaaS and the application servers for Arch Hill specifically. And the private IP that you see here, that's the backbone network, there's private address space, and the VPN is specific to Arch Hill. So you have that security knowing that this architecture is just for you and your users. So come down here to the PIP network. As we mentioned, we'll stand up a VPN just for Arch Hill. The sites will have access to this, like your data centers, as we show here at the bottom, as well as getting into our data centers for the different applications, whether it's UCaaS on the right or on the left, we have represented the contact center. And this is key from a security standpoint, as well as addressing, because again, it's just your network, so you don't have to worry about there being any conflicts with other users, such as there may be with a multi-tenant environment. The PSTN part of this is all powered by our VoIP network, and you can see that represented here. So our VoIP network is tied directly into the MPLS network, and the enterprise for Arch Hill Industries will have SIP trunks from the VoIP network right into the UCaaS data centers. And the SIP trunks within the Verizon VoIP network, they are geo-redundant, and they're always architected in an HA pair. within each data center that we provision for you. And so that will always be done in a way so that one, you have the capacity you need, as well as the redundancy and the availability you need. Through our VoIP network, you can get local and long distance calling. And we have, as represented here, gateways right into the PSTN network for all of your calling needs. Also, too, from a customer experience standpoint, we have the inbound services that can come in through our network, whether that's toll free or VILO, which is VoIP inbound local origination, having contact centers call in using a local number. And they can come directly through the network into either the data center as depicted here, or even if you have a contact center on premise, it can come in over IP to your platform and the calls can be terminated. We've represented here how unified CX could be stood up in a data center. And again, they're geo-redundant data centers, the applications being deployed in both. And there's a unified CX option, as well as doing something even on-prem, such as a UCCaaS option if your needs are not that robust, perhaps keeping it a little bit simpler. At the bottom is really a key point of what we can enable with this architecture, because really this is what it's all about. So we have depicted here your headquarters sites. You think of your larger locations, such as in Atlanta, Berlin, or Atlanta or Berlin. So here, these sites are directly tied into our MPLS network. And you have all sorts of users here. You could have conference rooms, huddle spaces, regular office users, contact center agents. Also, too, your network can securely connect through Secure Cloud Interconnect to other cloud providers. We depict here that the fact that you have Office 365 that can be used for SSO or other applications. We can do that securely through our architecture. And then coming over to the right, and again, here's another key point, is that a home user or a mobile user can have a very similar experience, get access to the exact same applications, regardless of the fact that they are not in the office. So you think of some of your smaller sales offices, or even perhaps your acquisition of MicroQuick, where you have many home-based workers. These users, through the access through the internet and coming in through Expressway, also with the platforms provided by WebEx collaboration cloud, such as Teams or WebEx meetings, they can have the full experience with full applications regardless of where they are. So I'd like to take a minute and talk more about that, what enables that delivery of applications out to wherever they are. And that's what we call Expressway, and that's what Cisco calls Expressway. And the functionality or the application that we're delivering here is called mobile remote access. So as you can see here on the right, we're depicting workers or your employees, your partners, wherever they are, whether it's a remote office, perhaps a smaller office where broadband makes sense, a small sales office, or even a mobile worker. Maybe you have a salesperson who's out on calls or an executive, and they're either in a hotel at night or they're in a coffee shop to get some work done before their next customer appointment. Through regular internet access, wherever they are, they're able to securely connect back to the Expressway edge. And as shown here, this is deployed with 2 servers in each configuration, each cluster, a C and an E server. And we deploy these in both data centers. The users that are out over the internet resolve or are able to get back to the Expressway edge through DNS SRV. And once they hit that, they're authenticated by their username and password, and it is a secure connection. So even though they're coming in over the internet, the media and the signaling is all encrypted from their endpoint all the way back into the data center, which again gives them access to their applications. And as shown here, once they're in, they're able to get calling, they're able to receive IM&P and other services, just as if they were sitting in the office. Expressway, which delivers this mobile remote access, clearly is a key point when you want to enable your workers, wherever they may be, so that they can get business done for Arch Hill. So those are some key points of the architecture that we wanted to explain today. Again, with UCCaaS, we always want to make sure we hit on the redundancy, the geo-redundant data centers that we stand up for customers, whether it's in the US or the North America, EMEA, or Asia Pac. And then also too the fact that with our PIP network, with the way we deploy enterprises within the VoIP network, the way that our UCaaS data centers are not multi-tenant, they can always have that understanding of the security, the secure nature of our architecture too. So we hope this presentation has been helpful to you as you talk to your customers about UCaaS and how it can meet their needs, just as it met the needs of Arch Hill.
Now that you've seen this UCaaS WebEx Teams demo series, including
WebEx Teams, WebEx Meetings,
WebEx Devices and Control Hub,
Verizon Management Portal, and Contact Center,
if you'd like to arrange a demo for your customers, please reach out to your nearest DBC.
hey, don't forget folks, many of these demos can be done remotely via WebEx for your accounts.
Thanks for watching.